So, I wanted to talk about self-harm, conscious and unconscious self-harm. Now, self-harm is a massive, massive word in the teenage community because there are obviously lots of different ways that we self-harm as we're growing up, from doing things that hurt us on the inside to doing things that hurt us on the outside. And that is a way of us aiming to cope with the pain that we're feeling inside of ourselves without having a healthy and conscious outlet for it. Now, unconscious ways that we self-harm are when we hurt ourselves, as in we fall downstairs, like I did the other day. I only fell down half my staircase, but oh my golly, am I feeling it. My right ribs are just completely in agony. They're bruised. They're not shattered. They're bruised, but oh, what a baby am I, honestly, not dealing with it very well. And it's brought up a lot of pain. I talk quite a lot about when you're feeling physical pain, put your hand there. And if you put your hand there and you just breathe and allow yourself to settle into your consciousness being where your hand is, you will get the information regarding the pain, like what are the memories around the pain. And for me, I feel like I've been kicked in the ribs. I feel as though I have turned over, shown my vulnerability, shown my underside, and I've been kicked in the ribs. Not that really there's any one situation that's happened in my life, but this is a core wound. It's about trusting. And even more interesting is the fact that my earliest memory is actually falling down the stairs when I was 2. And I fell all the way down the stairs and my granddad came to my rescue. Are you okay, darling? Da, 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 da. And I was so shocked. I didn't actually feel any pain. I don't think I even cried. Well, this time round, I felt the pain. My cat rescued me. She came running down the stairs. Meow, meow, meow. Mummy, are you okay? And as I was trying to calm her and holding my ribs, I really started to sob. I felt very, very sorry for myself. And this takes us back to core wounds and feeling core wounds. At the moment, we're between 2 eclipses. We're between a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. Not that that matters if you're listening to this at another time, but this is like a cosmic reset button. So I've talked before about grief, and I've talked about trauma and the fact that the body can't deal with it all in one go, so it stores the trauma in the memory of the cells until the body, the emotions are all in a state of rest and repair. So we're not on the alert for attack all the time, and when we're in rest and repair, otherwise feeling all right in ourselves, then things start to come up. Now, a lot of people have been feeling very emotional the last few days, myself included, and it's been really horrible. It's been just days of feeling really glum, really emotional. For me, all of it triggered more or less by this rib pain. And what I want to remind those of you who are courageous enough to go through your pain, remembering that the only way out truly is through, is that there comes a morning that you wake up and you feel fantastic again. And this is when you know you've managed to clear the next layer of that cellular memory, of that trauma, until the next time. Because life only gives you what you can handle. Sometimes it really doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's way more than we can handle. But we are all being called to address our core wounds, to address those original pains that we experience in our lives from our time in the womb, our first few years of life, anything up until the age of 7. That's when we draw into our bodies everything that we don't know how to deal with, and we have learnt culturally to store our pain. It is not socially acceptable to just bring your pain out. If you cry a lot, you're a crybaby. If you take your pain out on others by bullying them, then you're a bully. What do we do with our own pain? We either suppress it through drink, drugs, food, smoking, sex, shopping, you name it, like a distraction, or we take it out on others. And that can be verbally, it can be mentally, it can be, psychologically, it can be emotionally. And we can be quite brutal with that. So it can be subtle or it can be overt. Now, all of this I'm saying because if you are prepared to feel your pain, it does clear. And being in this space now where we're really getting back to those first 7 years of life and going as far back as we can is incredibly positive. If you can allow yourself the space to do it, I'm finding that, though I'm not really enjoying the rib pain, being able to connect to it and to all of the sorrow, all of the traumas, the moments in my life where life changed in an instant. And I know we all have that this is the kick in the rib things I was telling you about. your life's going on course in a certain direction, and then a big life event happens which changes the course of your life. And I know I've had at least 3 major ones of those in the last few years. And you can reflect for yourself on what else is going on for you. Now, a little tip on children. I was talking to my daughter about this last night and talking about how I'd been feeling, and she told me that she'd been feeling really crap as well the last few days. So remember that when you clear something for yourself, you're also clearing something for your downline, which is your child line as well. Although they have lots of other influences other than you, they do actually feel the effects of you being able to clear something, because as the mother particularly, they've grown inside you, so they've picked up all of your stuff, and they're very heavily influenced by dad as well, and obviously by society and their peers. But if you as a mother take it upon you to clear the deep stuff, it really does affect them. And that is the greatest gift we can give the generations before us, is to own our shit so that they don't have to own it for us. Because once we don't deal with it, it's up to the next generation to deal with it, and that makes it even harder. So congratulate yourself if you are one of those spiritual warriors that I've been calling forth into the love paradigm, and you are prepared to feel the stuff that's coming up. Betrayal, abandonment, anything, guilt, blame, shame, it's all related. And this whole thing of feeling it, don't get in your head about it. Just put your hand where you hurt and breathe. And when you breathe, anything that needs to come up will come up, and you can just rub it if you want to. You can journal. For me, my pain's a very private thing. I don't generally like to go public. Although I'm very public in general, when I'm dealing with something big, I hide. I hide and deal with it. And I might let 1 or 2 key people in, but I need to be vulnerable with myself. And our strength is in our vulnerability. So if you are feeling poo at the moment, take heart. And please just give yourself the gift of choosing to feel your pain rather than hurting yourself as a way of feeling your pain. And I had to, I had a big event before this fall down the stairs, which I didn't want to own, I didn't really want to deal with. And this particular fall has made me feel my inner emotions rather than my justifications for the event that took place. I'm now feeling my inner emotions, which is my fear and my vulnerability and my sadness. So it all makes sense. Things aren't random. And if you can allow yourself to notice what you're doing. Do you bang your head a lot? Do you stub your toe? What's going on that you're not expressing to people? Where is your pain? It will tell you a lot. More on this another time. For now, enjoy digesting this little one. And remember, you deserve love. You deserve the best in your life. You are worthy of the purest kind of love. We all are. So let's give ourselves a break. And just remember, if it's other people's stuff that's hurting you. So when I talk about this kick in the teeth, kick in the ribs even, it's often the behaviour of other people that really affects us and makes us feel that we are somehow, what's the word? They're doing it on purpose. And no one's doing it on purpose. It's not personal, as my friend Joel Young will say. People are getting on with their business. They're doing their thing. They're thinking about their own lives. They're not out to get you. So if you're feeling slighted, if you're feeling as though, you're being left out, then remember the only person who's really leaving themselves out is you. You've unplugged from yourself. You've not tuned into source, and you're looking to gain your energy and your approval from others. And that is a really big, big message from source, to detach. Bless everyone, bless every circumstance, bless everything that's going on, bless them on their way, bless them for not knowing how their actions might be affecting you. And you know what? It's none of their business. It's up to you to deal with what's going on with you. That's what you're here to deal with. No one else's crap, just your own. And allow yourself to plug in. I need to get out in nature when I'm feeling like that. I'm often in my garden, or I'll go for a walk, or I will touch a tree just to reconnect and get oxygen, prana flowing through me again. That really helps me. And the plugging into source, plugging into the earth, which we've done before. There's more videos on that. So I leave you with it. You are loved, you're deeply loved, and you are deserving of everything that you most want. Clear the crap, and then you have the space for the stuff that you want. You're a vessel of love waiting to be filled. Have a beautiful day.